What's up, and welcome to Cameron+Deanna. My name is Cameron, and with me locally is
Deanna.
and our special guest for today, all the way from the internet, is Noe. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you
The
guys?
internet.
The internet. I'm in
Very.
Georgia.
Yeah.
It's always the like. I'm never sure how comfortable people are saying where they're from,
Oh,
and so
Georgia's kind of big.
yeah, definitely don't dox yourself. so um, And but we're excited to have you here. We're going to be chatting Lorcana today. We're going to be talking, getting into Lorcana, like your journey to your first set champs, cards that we're excited about for Wilds Unknown, all of that kind of stuff. And so as we do, oh, we have some shout outs for your cat
Oh
in chat.
yes, my
So
lovely
The
cat. Her
precious
name is
baby.
Treasure. Her name is Treasure.
Oh.
treasure.
She used to hide a lot when she was a baby, so we had to find our hidden treasure.
Oh.
Oh, very adorable.
hmm
Um, as
She's
we
an
kick
attention
stuff off,
seeker. Don't worry.
that's why she's on stream. She just wants people to,
I want to be included.
yeah, I want to be
Yeah.
part of this. So, before we get into it, Noe, where can people find you? What kind of content do you do? Stuff like that.
I like to be silly, and boy, am I ever. Uh, but also, I'm primarily on Instagram. I do have the other various platforms. I'm just not as active on them. And it's a lot of, I would say, copy paste. There's not a lot of original content outside of Instagram. I would say that's primarily what I do, and it's fun.
Nice. And you're around as Noesinkwell, right?
Yes. Oh, I did forget to mention that part, huh? Yes, that's Noesinkwell, indeed. Sorry,
Uh,
I'm
for people,
distracted. She's distracting.
no, you're quite all right. If you're watching later on YouTube, we'll have links down in the description as well, and so people can go and check Noe out there. And then for our friends in chat, if you do have any questions you want to ask about getting into Lorcana, things like that, feel free to post those. Noe, we do have several people here saying they are excited to be here for you, and so
Oh, thank you, people. I'm so excited. I'm sorry I don't know exactly who you guys are, considering cannot see that stuff, but I appreciate you and thank you for supporting me.
so as we get into the chats, and again, we have some questions, we have stuff written out. We're going to kind of let our hearts be our guiding key as we chat through stuff. So if we end up like skipping whole questions, that's perfectly fine. If we go down cattail,
Cat.
if we go down like a crazy rabbit hole or something, perfectly fine. And so we're going to kind of just have fun and do that. And so the first question, I always love this to ask this to people, is how did you get into Lorcana? Like what brought you to the game and things like that?
Okay, so how I got into it was my husband and I were collecting Pokemon cards at the time. And so what we were doing is he wanted to buy a Destin Rivals booster box. And so I went to our game store to buy that for him. And while I was there, he was all like, "Oh, just get something for yourself." And I was like, "I don't, I don't know. I don't have any hobbies or anything." And I was actually mentioning that I didn't have any hobbies and felt kind of lost besides going to work and just kind of coming home. Um, so I saw Disney. I've always been a Disney lover, and then I was like, "Yeah, yeah, that looks good to me. Let's try that out." I I asked the girl behind the counter. I was like, "How should I get started? I don't even know what I'm doing." And she was like, "Oh yeah, just buy like the Gateway, which is great for beginners, by the way. Shout out Gateway because that thing is amazing. Very entry level." And so I got that, and then I made him play with me until we got through it. And then I fell in love with the game, and then I fell in love with the collecting, and I fell in love with everything. The community, even, I fell in love with all of it as a whole.
Yeah, the community is such a huge factor in it, and that's been a big part like of our area that I've really loved. Like I came to Lorcana as like a longtime Magic player, and
hmm
so coming into like this other side of like obviously we're Disney adults and stuff like that,
Same.
and so it's for us it was kind of that idea of like taking that and coming to these characters that we know and we love, and but like wow, the Lorcana community is fantastic.
Mhm.
And then
Definitely to see
I
the
think that that's a big
characters come
part
to
of it.
life in a different way is really
Mm-hmm.
cool. I enjoy that part
Yeah,
too. And actually, the lore of Lorcana is also super awesome. If people haven't like really like gone down that rabbit hole, it's a fun one.
Yeah, that's one that I would love to do more of. Like I haven't done a lot
Hmm.
of that, and I wish we would see more of like new characters. I don't know, like the actual Lorcana characters.
Hmm.
Like I think that'd be cool if we could get to see them on cards,
Mm.
just because I feel like that's such like a big part of it.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
that we like, because we have like the custom items or like the
that's
Lorcana
true.
specific items, but just not the people.
Yeah.
So,
I like
um,
it.
yeah, and then kind of with this, you mentioned the gateway. Do you remember like the is because you spoilers for later in the discussion. Winterspell was your first set champs.
It was.
Like that, your first experience with that. Was Winterspell the first like set that you really got into? Were you playing or collecting before that?
Nope. I literally, so that day I bought the Gateway, I think I bought 3 packs of Fabled because it had the Steamboat Mickey and I love classic Disney. So I bought the
Yes.
Steamboat Mickey packs and then I kid you not, I opened those and I was like, I need more packs. The next day I went and bought a full box of Whispers in the Well and I
Nice.
opened the booster box. And that was when
Nice.
I got my first enchanted from that box, which was super cool.
Ooh.
I did the rips and sips, and like I was going through the box like 1 pack a day, and then I got the enchanted, and I was like, I'm in it.
Here we are.
Yeah, the cardboard crack got you.
Yes.
Um, and if this doesn't give away things for later, which enchanted was it?
It was the Horned King. Let's see.
Oh,
Where is it?
nice,
I think
Nice.
it's this one right there.
nice.
I
That's
display
super
them because I
cool.
don't have like a ton yet, so I can still have room
Yeah,
to display them.
yeah, we're
That's
similar.
kind of,
Ours
yeah.
are ours
Yeah.
are right here,
Yeah.
and so
Or
I
they're
think is
over
um,
that
here.
Anna?
They're
Is that
right there.
Princess Anna right there?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That was our. Um, we don't buy a lot of sealed product, and so
Hmm.
we had bought a box um, of
Whispers.
Whispers or Winterspell.
Ambush.
And we were like, the person at the game shop was just like, hey, here's some. He like had grabbed a box, like, oh yeah, if you want to buy them, and then he's like, okay, which box do you want? I'm like, well, take the one in your hand. And pack one, she opened the epic Elsa, and then
Oh.
pack two, I opened the enchanted Anna,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
and it
That's really cute.
was
I was like,
super
oh,
fun.
they're
Sisters.
together. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
and
super
so
cute.
yeah, super fun. That's very cool. We got into Lorcana. I was working at GameStop corporate at the time,
Oh
and
wow.
so we got in when like set one came out. That's when we like
Okay.
started like buying some packs, but we
I was
didn't
about to say,
actually
wait,
start playing. Yeah,
sorry. Is
um,
that like during the ape season? Is like the I'm talking about where A was it called AMC? And like the stocks for GameStop were going crazy or something. It's
oh,
around that time.
I was
I was
there for that. Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
um, and yeah, so like I like we picked up some packs, had opened some cards, but hadn't really the local shops that I knew of weren't doing Lorcana,
Oh
Yeah.
really?
We were like
and
trying to
so
find like which shops
yeah,
had like cards at all.
yeah, and like weren't running events, and like I just didn't know the right ones, and
Mm.
so around um what is this the Acacia's Island, no whatever the Azurite Sea, yeah, sail the Azurite Seas,
Yeah, I think
whichever that one is. Uh,
Azurite Sea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that set. I got like I was like, wait, that's the name of a card, not the set. And
Yeah.
I tripped myself up. That was my first set champs, um, and like my first time not playing like her or a friend was set champs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like we had played like gotten starter decks and like tried those and then tried like putting together our own little homebrew decks based on what was available to us at the time and
Yeah.
just played with those for a little bit and then all of that led up to
Yeah.
that.
So like
Oh my gosh.
that was when I like had finally found some cool shops and had finally found places to play. And so
So how'd you guys do in your very first one back then?
oh, I got a win.
I wasn't doing it yet.
Yeah.
Like I was just playing with him,
So-
but I wasn't competitive yet.
Yeah.
I could do my
Gotcha.
story later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was yeah, because yours kind of ties into something that we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
Okay.
I like put together a deck that was fine, aggressively medium, and so it was a ton of fun. And then I was looking to get back into a competitive TCG,
Yeah,
and Lorcana was a great place to be. So
Mhm.
absolutely. So I did play Magic in pre-release like settings,
Okay.
not competitively, just for fun.
Mhm.
do you feel like did that help you with Lorcana?
It actually confused me a lot because I was used
Yeah.
to interacting with the board, and so when somebody hasn't exerted, I'm like, oh, I'm like trying to do things, and I'm like, oh, that is not the right game here.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it
That's
was
a-
hard to unlearn some Magic stuff because he had taught me
Yeah.
Magic as well. But yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that made it for me as someone who's been a long time Magic player. Like I played Magic for like 15ish years.
Hmm.
There was definitely like a lot of the nitty gritty of Magic not being the nitty gritty of Lorcana really tripped me up.
Hmm.
Of like there were
Okay.
cards like, oh well, this card works this way because that's how
Mhm.
it would work in Magic, and it's not at
Right.
all how it works.
Yeah,
And so
I think
there
that's the
was
part that's why
definitely
it's
a
so
lot.
confusing.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like that like added to the process of learning the game versus coming in completely fresh and just
Mhm.
learning that one. So
Well, for a lot of people, it's very positive considering a lot of people say that it's their first entry to TCGs,
yeah,
which makes it very nice. And it's Disney; it should be family friendly.
yeah,
Mhm.
definitely agree. And it's cool at some of like our like local tournaments and stuff. How many people you get to meet that are like, oh, this is my very first event. This is my very first time playing a game. I'm so excited to be
Yeah.
here.
Or like there's like whole families because there's like
Mhm.
moms and dads
Yeah.
and like their kids. It's like there's whole families that'll show up at
Yeah.
some of them.
I actually,
Really,
I
really fun.
just yesterday, I played. It was against his dad and his son. He was like the little boy was maybe all of 9 or 10 years old, but he played really well. I mean, like kids are smart. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Gave me a run for my money, let me tell you.
Yeah. 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 There's a family that's I've played at some tournaments that it's a grandmother, mother, and son that all play.
Oh my
And
God.
it's super fun to like have gotten to know them and get to like chat with them at different tournaments and stuff over the year and a half. And
Mhm.
so it's so cool. I love that about Lorcana.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So for our next thing, you have joined, as well as Deanna, the Bibbidi Bobbidi Baddies for y'all's
Yes.
team. We'll get social media links for them as well. So kind of with that, how did you come to join the team? How do you know them? What's that experience been like for you? Because I feel like for a lot of people, joining a team is like that first like big step into a card game where you go from it just being you showing up to now being a part of something.
Yeah, it actually probably makes me smile and from ear to ear, much like a Cheshire cat, I'll say. Reason being, they reached out to me on Instagram, and I was like, okay. And then I fell in love with the name. I was like, that name is super cute. Friggin' love the name. And after that, I was like, okay, like this is just for fun. This is like it's just for fun and it's cool. And the fact that they reached out to me on, Instagram, my page is a lot of just who I am as a person. And I don't have to like pretend because in real life you have to kind of pretend who you are, a little mask it a little bit. But I can just be me on my page, and they liked me for who I am. And so becoming a part of this team that just liked me for who I am is I have instant friends, and I don't feel awkward. I just felt like they're friends that I've known forever, even though I've never met anyone. So I think it's super cool, and I feel blessed, honestly, because out of all the people they could have picked from like social media, you know what I mean? I feel very blessed to be a part of it.
Mhm.
That's super cool. That's exciting. I love that side of things of the
Yeah.
even like the just going from having like people to talk to about the thing. Like people that like, hey, we love the thing that you love. Let's talk about it is such an awesome like time and experience. And I love what you said about kind of like feeling seen through that. I think that's super cool.
Yeah. It is. It's very fun.
Yeah. And I think for me also, like, it's fun that it's like a kind of girl power-esque like team, because especially in the world of TCGs, which is very like male dominated, it's kind of nice to be like, well, here we are and we're serious about it, you know, and and we're here to throw down.
Ready to go.
I like it.
We're ready to go. But yeah, I also do, that's another thing I love about like Lorcana as well, is just the demographics seem to be very like varied, which is nice. So you get to meet a lot of different kind of people.
I think it's about 60-40 where I play. A lot of my local players are female. Like it's about 60-40 male to female ratio.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like that also is such like a great testament to the appeal that it's like it's bringing in like, again, a non-traditional TCG audience. And so I think that that's super exciting.
Oh, kids too. Like the child that I played yesterday, he was like, I played because I wanted to, not because like my dad brought me. He's like, I played because I wanted
that's
to.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was so cute. He's been playing since the first chapter.
Oh, awesome.
Aww.
I'm so jealous. As like we had cards, but we were not playing.
Yeah.
And so hearing people that have been playing the whole time, I'm so jealous.
Yeah. I'm happy I went from I'm here because I like Disney and my husband brought me, and now I'm like, I play because I like it.
Yeah. Yes. Same, like really. I went because I was going for Pokemon, and I came out as a Disney adult and like launched myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Came out
to
with
my close. Yes, exactly. My next hyperfixation.
Yes.
One of the things that I love about hobbies in general, but especially card games, is that everyone connects to it for different reasons. And so part of this for the three of us is I asked us all to pick a card that is one of our favorite cards, and then asked us to pick a card that we are excited for Wilds Unknown, the upcoming set, set 12 for Lorcana. And so I'm excited for us to discuss these. We'll start with favorite cards, and Noe, we'll start with you, and I want to shout out chat. We already had somebody post theirs. If you're watching in chat, share your favorite card. If you're excited about a card for Wilds Unknown, let us know that as well. But Noe, we'll start with you. What is your favorite, or one of your favorite Lorcana cards?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, she's moving. She's on the move.
Also, while she's grabbing that, some shout outs for Robin Hood in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Robin Hood champion from his favorite card.
Here
we go.
Wait, hold on.
We'll stick here. We'll stick here for this one.
There we go.
Yes.
Oh,
that
so
one.
Pretty.
The Cinderella dreams come
so
true.
much.
It's such a good card. I love it so much. I think it has to do with like, I don't know, the sparkles on it, and then it has like Cinderella's carriage and all of it. It is just a beautiful depiction.
She's one of my favorite princesses as well, so I'm just like, Cindy.
Yeah.
Sparkly.
I've watched it. Yeah. I've watched it so much.
I have that playmat, the Cinderella playmat.
Me too.
That they came out with.
Twins.
Same. I want to get it foiled. I'm like just debating when I want to do it. So that means I have to send it away and I won't have it.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I love the Whispers Enchanteds. Like,
same.
They're fantastic.
They're really pretty.
Oh yeah.
Really since, at least since Fable, the past handful of sets have all had amazing Enchanteds, and Cindy is definitely one of my faves too.
I'm still waiting to pull
completely
my
agree.
first one.
Wait, you're ever enchanted?
Out of the pack that I opened with my own hands, I've never gotten one. I've gotten lots of epics and legendaries, but
close
with
but no
Anna,
cigar.
like I'm the one that opened the pack.
He was holding.
So like that's the.
I'm like, I want it to be from my hands.
Hey.
One day. It'll happen eventually with how much we play, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then Deanna, what about for you? What's a favorite card?
I think mine kind of ties into how I got into it. I chose Lady Decisive Dog because when I started playing, I was trying to do like our local league where I was trying to do like themed decks and stuff because I'm like, I want to play these cards and I like these characters. And then turns out like when your whole shop plays pretty much meta, those don't do so well. And so I think you went to the Lone Star Open tournament and played against like the dogs decks. And at the time, so this is before it turned into meta later.
This was like Fabled era.
Yeah, and so he played it, and they're like, I think you would like this. And like, I was like, okay, I don't know. Like, but we put it together, I tried playing it, and then like, I did pretty well, and then like got my first undefeated night at our local thing, and I was like, I didn't know I could do this.
That's awesome.
Like, this is possible. Yeah. And it's like, oh no, I got hit with the bug. It happened. But like this card is like kind of one of the hero cards, I guess, of the deck where every time you play a character, you she gets boosted. Her strength is boosted up by 1, and you can do other things to like give her more strength. And then once she has 3 strength, you can quest her total for 3. And so that's kind of like, I like the go fast, get lots of lore, but she's kind of like the main card, I feel like, at least for me, in that deck. And it made me go, you know, I never really appreciated the Lady and the Tramp movie, but I kind of have like a special place in my heart for that movie now just because of Lorcana. And like, because I played it for months, and then suddenly they're like, oh, it's meta now. I was like, I didn't want to be here, but I guess we're here. And then I did fairly well at a competition in Houston. And
that's the
like,
Charlie's, right?
and playing the dogs deck, the Charlie's one. And so I was like, I think it's just like that, this card and like that deck is kind of like what got me into like, I can play competitively if I really want to. If we set my mind to it, it does work. So that's why I picked this one.
I'm not gonna lie, after I saw that like dogs was such a meta deck and like on the rise in terms of people playing it, I went and like watched the animated movie and the live action like I don't know, like a month ago.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that is something I love. You mentioned Pokemon earlier, and I think the Pokemon TCG is really good about this as well. But one of the things that I love about like Lorcana is it can give you like new appreciation for characters.
Oh yeah.
In a way that like you didn't necessarily have before. Like speaking to you with Lady and the Tramp. I know for me, as someone who's always liked Frozen but has been playing Blurple, so I play a lot of Elsa.
You just happen to have a better.
And so like there's also just the like, yes, I like love this character more because they're in like my deck. And so
so to that point, Darkwing, I can appreciate Darkwing because I'd never actually seen it before, and then I was all like, oh, I know the reaction. I've never seen it before, but it made me want to go and look it up and like actually watch it.
Is it on Disney Plus?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
I was like, my childhood. I haven't watched those shows in a few decades. I won't say how many.
Harlan in chat says Lorcana made me love gargoyles. Yeah, stuff like that too. Of just like these franchises that we like don't necessarily get apart or haven't been as relevant lately. And so like it's cool to have that desire to go back.
Or like Tailspin. It's and like but like Gargoyles, like I remember it being on TV as a kid, but like I don't know how much I watched it, but like cuz that wasn't necessarily like my vibe. But like it's cool seeing like cards come up that's like, oh, they're acknowledging like movies and TV shows that are kind of like not really in the forefront of most Disney like marketing and products and stuff. Like I really love all of the obscure cards like the Atlantis cards or Treasure Planet, and I love that Whispers had was it Whispers that had the Black Cauldron?
Yes.
Yeah, and I love that they had Black Cauldron. It was like the movie that almost killed Disney Animation. That they're like, it's fine. They can be cards. I love that they kind of get a second life, even though they didn't do so well in the box office.
Yeah, I completely agree. I go back and watch like all the movies. Like I said, I take inspiration from the cards, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go watch that Disney movie.
And I love it when the characters, like what they do in their cards matches like what they do in the films or something. Like Ursula, who's like, you play her and she steals a song. Like Ursula does steals Ariel's voice in the movie. It's like that just gives me a like. It's like, oh, I love this.
I
know
agree.
this and I love this.
Like, what other TCGs kind of like have that? Well, okay, Magic kind of, because they do a lot of like franchise stuff too, huh?
Like IPs, yeah.
Yeah. I'll jump back to favorite cards. One of the reasons I like my favorite, like I picked I just can tie this in with what you're saying. One of my favorite cards is Tamatoa So Shiny from set 1.
Oh, okay.
And so this is one of the ones that like we opened in like our first couple packs. And so when I was going to my first set champs, I was like, oh, red blue is a thing. I love this Tamatoa. I'm gonna play this card. It ended up being a meta deck, but like, but
it's good taste. Good taste. Both of you guys have good taste.
Yeah. And so for me, I love cards that are like a side quest. Or cards that like challenge you to like build your deck differently. And so this is the Tamatoa that when you play it, you get and when he quests, you get an item back from your discard, and then you gain the character gains 1 lore for every item you have in play. Okay. And so again, I love this as like a connection to the movie where like what does Tamatoa do? They collect things. That's the thing. He collects
items.
And then like
that's super cute.
The idea of like the more shiny he is, the more he quests for. And so like I just think that that's such a cool connection between like the actual movie IP and then the game itself. And then this is also me not wanting to put Popsicle as my favorite card, but my favorite card's Popsicle. And so we picked something different, but it's Popsicle. And so
they need to sell those in the grocery store.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I mean, low-key shout out to like the Inky Hour. She recreated that item on her page in like real life. It's super cool. She has like a cool thing that she does, that she creates items from the game in real life. It's really cool.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. That's something they should do for the DLCs.
Yeah.
Where are my popsicles? Like I want to finish my round, go get a popsicle.
Where are my Mickey premium bars at Disney Lorcana? Yeah. Listen, can I get a Mickey ice cream sandwich like you can at the parks or in the cruises? And then, like, it's a Disney
Dole
thing.
Whip
Give
machine.
me Mickey-shaped treats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Dole Whip.
That'd be dangerous.
This is a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Disney, listen.
Oh, yeah.
Hire me.
At least the churros, something, right? Oh, my God.
We will give you our money. Just give us Mickey-shaped treats.
I'll work for you for free, but I got the ideas aplenty.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then looking to the future with Wilds Unknown, we get the introduction of Pixar properties coming to Lorcana. Noe, what is we don't have all the cards. We haven't played with cards, so we're not locking you into this as a life choice forever.
Okay.
Maybe we are.
I don't know.
But what is a card from Wilds Unknown that you are excited for?
I love the Touch the Sky Enchanted. That one is absolutely gorgeous. I love the coloring on it, and Merida is such a brave and like just beautiful, like upstanding princess, role model type lady. It's very nice.
Yeah, he's looking for a picture.
Yeah, let me get that. I did not have
that one.
Yeah.
And then also the Jack. Jack, cute too.
Yes, yeah. Jack is awesome.
Yeah, here we go.
Jack cute too.
That art is just stunning in that.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the Merida stuff too.
Same. Yeah. I want to see it in like the app so I can see what all the foiling looks like. And it looks stunning.
Yeah, I really hope that we get the swirls and stuff as they're and kind of like going back to the Cinderella of like the effects of that are so cool, and I really hope we get some cool foiling.
Yeah. This will be the first enchanted I pull. Manifest.
Yes.
Oh,
the iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we do also have a picture of this Jack. I think Jack's super exciting. I love Incredibles. And the fact that we're getting Incredibles in set 12 is really exciting for me.
Yeah.
I do love Incredibles too.
They're amazing.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
Boo. I made my sense on puns well now. But this was just like not an IP. I didn't have high expectations for us getting Incredibles soon. And so like just because there's so many Pixar properties, and so but the fact that we get it so quickly, it just has me so excited.
Because I feel like they probably covered most of the like Disney animation characters that they have or can use, because there are some that like they don't quite have the rights for, but I feel like they've done so many that they're like we can dip into another IP, another one of the Disney owned IPs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We'll talk about that.
Yes.
Or you can bring it
yes.
up later.
I was thinking about that too. Oh my gosh.
You know something I don't know?
No.
Okay.
But we can talk about that in a different section. And so, and Deanna, card for you that you're excited for?
Yeah, I just saw the art for this one and was like, my girl's got a really cool outfit.
So this is Ariel Curious Traveler for those playing along at home.
Yeah, growing up, Ariel was my favorite princess. I have like an Ariel cup with me. But yeah, she was my favorite princess growing up. And I just saw that outfit. I'm like, can I make that and wear it?
For
like,
real.
and here's the other thing is like a lot of the like I did cosplay for a while, and like it's one of those that's very time consuming, but like a lot of the art you don't see like a full body length image of some of the characters, and I'm like, what is the entire outfit? Like you can only see the top, and like this made me excited because I was like, you can see the whole outfit and it's really cool. Shout out to who's the artist, Cleo Wolfensberger, whoever designed that. I love it.
Yeah.
I would want to
designer.
make that and wear that to Renfest.
Yeah. I hope we get to see, because there are people that will dress up for the DLCs.
That'd be cool.
I would love to see someone in this outfit for the DLC.
Yeah. I also hope it's playable. It's a promo, so hopefully it would be. I don't know, but it's like whenever this character quests, if you played another character this turn, chose an opposing character, can't challenge, so you can stop someone from challenging, and but they have to quest, and it's a 2-quester, so like maybe she could have potential. I don't know.
I feel like if you quest for 2, it's always like a good consideration. Like I feel like if it's a 1-quester, there's more of like they have to do something good, but if it's a 2-quester, I feel like that's enough to like push forward for quite a few cards.
It's just I go, ooh, pretty.
And then going back to Noe's pick for one of the favorite cards, Sapphire Amber Princesses.
Please.
Sapphire
Give it to
Amber
me.
or Sapphire Steel Princesses with the Sapphire Princess Ramp and Merida. I believe she's gonna be Steel, so the Sapphire Steel.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
That's
Princesses. Princess deck. Princess meta deck.
Yes.
And then for me, my favorite card so far is Luisa Madrigal. I love Luisa as a character, and so I'm very excited for this one. It's our legendary Luisa, and so she's the big thing is that she's a 6/4. She only quests for 1, but she shifts for 3, and then you can pay 1 to move a damage to Luisa, and then if she has 3 or more damage, you can move all of that damage to an opposing character. And so I currently, as a Blurple player, am playing Cheshire Cat. I love the different math that happens with when players can move damage around. And so I really like Luisa as this, like, I think her 1-drop is really cool. And then the fact that you can then shift her into this, and then you have this version of her that has like a very powerful effect to like keep your other characters safe. One, again, fits the character so well, but then also like to just move a bunch of damage around, which is really fun too.
You don't need that and the cat. As someone who's playing against Blurple, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I understand the feeling. A lot of local players in my area also play Blurple, so I understand completely.
Yeah. I somehow got stuck on Amber something. We're on Amber Green and looking at Amber something else for later. But
I mean, Amber's a good color too. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we had mentioned Star Wars, kind of tying that into our next question. Noe, is there a Disney or Pixar property that you would like to see them bring into the game, or if it is something that's like in the game but is kind of a minor thing, like you would like to see more of?
think there's a bunch, honestly. I could name a couple. But I think the one that's on top of my head at the moment is Cars, because my daughter has an obsession with Cars. Every time she sees the Cars, she just wants to watch the movie, no matter what, and it's all three of them. Doesn't matter. So we go through all three of them.
Cars Land.
I know, I want to.
As chat has said, I cannot wait to ka-chow someone.
Oh my god.
I need to know what ka-chow does, and I cannot wait to yell ka-chow at locals, at someone. It's gonna be.
It's like a throwback to high school.
Yeah, like we always yell "sail" for "sail the Azurite Sea," and I cannot wait to yell ka-chow.
Oh, you know what the other one's gonna be? Is life is a highway. It's like, oh no. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Deanna.
Me?
Yeah. What about you?
Me. Like I kind of mentioned, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd as well. I'm like, Disney and Star Wars are those two things. So when they came together, I was not upset.
Baby Yoda.
Baby. Oh man, I need a Grogu card.
That'd be such a cute card.
Yeah. I also think Muppets would be fun.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Because those are classics and they need more recognition. But I feel like if they did Star Wars, I'd want them to focus mostly on like the animated Star Wars shows. Like not necessarily don't put like the live action people, but like focus on like the Clone Wars or like Rebels. I feel like that would be more synergistic, I guess maybe is the word, with like the styles. Like keep it animation. But you know, Star Wars has a lot of animated properties as well, so I feel like that could fit in, like have Ahsoka and people like that. So I think that'd be cool.
Chat does call out there is a Star Wars TCG named Star Wars Unlimited, and my loophole to this is you just dress up the Disney characters. So it's not like Darth Vader. It's Goofy as Darth Vader.
Or
that would be super cute.
Yeah, and I think that would be, because that also gets around, like Lorcana has a air quotes problem where like character names matter because of shift. So like if you were going to bring in like 1,000 Star Wars characters, obviously wouldn't bring them all in at once, but like if you're going to bring in a whole bunch of Star Wars characters, that adds a whole lot of names. But if you bring in Mickey Mouse and the Mickey Mouse's subtitle is Luke Skywalker, then it could be playable because it's a Mickey on top of being cool because it's like Mickey's dressed as Luke Skywalker.
I will say prior to Disney acquiring Star Wars fully as an IP I remember getting merchandise from the parks when I was younger of like, it literally was that. It was like playing cards, but it was literally the like Fab Five or the classic Disney characters dressed as like the classic Star Wars characters, and like that was their merch like near the Star Tours ride or something, because they didn't really have like Star Wars merch. They had like their own kind of thing, and so I'm like, they could if they wanted to.
True.
That is true. Yeah, Star Wars has its own thing, but it'd be cool.
And mine kind of builds off of that. I am a huge Kingdom Hearts fan.
Oh my god, yes.
So I want to see Kingdom Hearts brought into Lorcana.
Break people's brains.
Yeah, even if it's not like Sora, Aqua, like those characters, if it is like just the Disney characters, I think it would be really cool for us to get like Mickey Mouse Organization 13 and like have like, the black robed Mickey, because that would be a sick iconic.
The Keyblades could be items.
But the Keyblade would make a ton of sense as an item. Hollow Bastion,
the blue like popsicle ice cream.
Yeah, the sea salt.
Oh my god, yes.
And so I think there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with that. And then since there are already the like literal Disney characters in that game, you don't necessarily have to introduce as many new characters. You can obviously bring in quite a bit because there are like the exclusive characters, but you wouldn't necessarily have to also bring in Final Fantasy. You could just have it be the Disney side of it. Since we do kind of hit that same issue as Star Wars where there is a Final Fantasy TCG also.
Yeah.
And
the gummy ship. They could have the gummy ship.
The gummy ship. Okay, it's a gummy ship, but it's like 10 different arts. And they're all like different gummy. Like the card is the same, but the art is different.
You could build your own, like out of the cards, you could build your own gummy ship.
Oh,
cool.
I'd be so in. I would love that so much.
Or even just parks, like
Yeah.
original parks attractions, like that.
Which
would
is
be
also Kingdom Hearts.
interesting.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Those are also there.
Like the teacups or
Yeah.
the haunted mansion, you know.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool too.
It'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
fun.
I think bringing in the rides, like even like Pirates of the Caribbean as an example
Mhm.
there of
Oh my
like
god.
The
the
Matterhorn.
yeah the
They have the whole
Seven
Magic
Dwarfs Mine
Kingdom.
Train.
The Seven Dwarfs Mine
Y-
Train.
yeah.
Yeah. It'd be interesting.
So-
The Magic Kingdom should be a location.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah!
The entirety.
Yeah, that's another iconic that would break the bank of
Give me
is,
that.
Oh, yeah.
is the Magic Kingdom.
The castle. The castle.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd lose it. Okay.
But yeah, there's lots of fun stuff. I'm excited to see what they bring in.
Me too.
Because we have some good ideas. I'm surprised this is kind of outside of
I like that comment.
Oh.
First legendary location would be at Disney parks. Yes.
yeah.
I would like
yeah.
that.
I think that would be super cool. Like what does a legendary location look like?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
then
Oh, yeah.
what does it'd be really cool to have it be a park just as a
Mhm.
as a callback, or even just have like a reference to it in the art or something like
Yeah,
that. Even if
something.
even if it's not strictly the castle from Magic Kingdom.
So something that I talked about
Location-wise,
with
if it
somebody
is-
else.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Mhm.
interrupt, but was like Snow White's wishing well would be super cool since they do have Snow White
Yes.
as an IP in the
Mhm.
game to have her
Mhm.
wishing well because that's
Yeah.
in the Magic Kingdom in the park, so it kind of would be
Yes.
able to tie into it.
Yeah,
Be
they
pretty
could make
neat.
it work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think there's tons of fun stuff you could do there. For our next question, originally we had planned to do this a little bit ago, and we were going to be chatting right after you had played your very first Set Champs. You have since now played another Set Champs, which is fantastic, and I know you have some great news to share from that.
I do.
But we're going to kind of dive into Set Champs, and so real quick, kind of, do you want to do like a high level of your experience at both of these Set Champs? What was it like, and things like that?
And if there are any questions regarding either or, I'm more than happy to answer them. I'll say the first Set Champs, I had ordered cards and they were only but a couple states away, so I thought they'd be here in time. Because I gave myself like 7 days, and they were not. So I ended up taking an abysmal deck to Set Champs, and I absolutely tanked. I flopped like a fish. Foghorn, just terrible. I came in second to last, my first experience. And so I mostly just like went on autopilot at some point, and I was just like chatting with my opponent, and I was just like, yeah, this is cool. And I was like, this is not getting me anywhere. There was no way I could think myself to a win with the cards that I had. So I was like, it's fine. I'll just enjoy my time.
Mhm.
So,
Practice.
Yep.
yeah. Although it didn't feel like practice either, because like again, just it was a terrible deck. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10. Come prepared. Buy a meta deck in advance. Even if you don't like it, don't want to play it, always have at least one deck on hand. Best
Yeah.
advice I could give. Don't wait till last minute. 1 week, not enough time.
Mhm.
So kind of with that, what do you think, like, with it not being, like, not going well, I guess we'll say, like, what's something positive that you brought out of that experience?
Let's see. Like I said, I was able to talk to a lot of people in the meanwhile, and I was able to kind of see how other people played during, and everybody was extremely focused. And oh, I will say this. Another thing, if you make a deck, right? A lot of time you might think you have to counter your opponent, but I think if you just stick to the strategy that you create, you are more likely to win. You are like 90% more likely to win than just countering your opponent's hand. So I think just sticking to your strategy is key, like 100% of the time. So I think
like,
that I
knowing
learned
what
that
your
by
deck
watching.
does.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Whether or not you have practice, but if you know the intent, then stick with your intent.
Mhm.
I'd say that's probably one of the things that I learned is everybody had like their thing, like blurple control. They were doing it, like they were on it. Dogs, they were aggro. They did their whole thing, and I was able to
Mhm.
watch people as they played, and they knew what they were doing. So I was like, I need to practice way more.
And then for your second set champs, what did you bring and how did it go?
So, I brought Amber Ruby, specifically because I knew that my locals played a lot of Blurple, and for fear of dogs, I figured it would be a somewhat decent matchup. And it's also just primarily the most important part. It was just a fun deck to play. It was the deck that I've enjoyed most. I've tried out all of them. I tried Sapphire Green. I've tried Blurple. I've tried all the decks, Steel Song even, and it just I didn't feel like that kind of cohesion when I played them. But when I played Amber Ruby, I really just enjoyed playing it. So I chose that one based off of fun and kind of just like what I wanted to see. And I was very proud of my performance, and I was able to get seventh place out of 11. So I got my shiny tank.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes, I was so happy. I really wanted the shiny Tink because I'm gonna have like a Tinkerbell binder that's just for Tink.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's super fun. And so we do have
Oh
your
yes.
deck on stream for people, kind of so that they can take a look at it. Um, and I'm so happy for you getting that top.
Yes.
And so this is like, what are your favorite cards in this deck? You said that like it really fit like how you had fun, which I think is an amazing
Yes.
thing to look for in a deck is what works for
Hmm.
you and your brain.
Yes.
What cards did you like? What are your favorite parts of this deck?
So I took inspiration from another player's deck. I think it was X Mark's Lore. He had this boost burn deck, and then my local players ended up calling this deck here Pumpkin Spice, which I thought was such a cute name.
Hmm.
So this is the Pumpkin Spice deck because it has like the Headless Horseman and the Horseman Strikes and whatnot.
Yeah.
And actually, this card, which was your recommendation, to put in my deck, which I didn't have in there. This card was a saving grace on at least two occasions. Once because the location, and then the other time to exert something. I love this card. It was better than I had anticipated because I was like, oh, it's high cost and like all these things. But no, I love it. I didn't even. It's just amazing. That's the back of the sleeve, by the way. I love the sleeves
Ooh, those
too.
are cool sleeves.
I
Oh,
love
neat.
them.
Oh, we saw those at Card Haven. They had those there.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Oh,
shout out
shout
Card
out.
Oh, shout out
Haven.
Card Haven. And so,
They sent
Card
them to
Haven.
me.
oh,
That's
that's so
our
nice.
team sponsor, Card Haven.
Yes. Shameless self-plug here.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
use Team BBB, I think it's BB Baddies.
Yeah, I think
Or
that Team
yeah,
BB Baddies
yes, Team
for
BB Baddies to pick
discount.
up some of these beautiful Disney 100 sleeves. I'm completely shameless. Don't worry about it.
Do
It's
Yeah.
they
fine.
have those on the website?
Yeah, I went and take a look,
Okay.
and they have like all the different Disney princesses.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh
Oh,
not the
no, but oh
budget.
yeah.
the
And
budget.
then, um, yeah, this is a super fun deck. On our YouTube, we have the VOD for it. I did a recap of the the Diet Coke Invitational,
Oh yeah.
and I played against one of these decks. And the reason I recommended Elsa to you is because they weren't playing
Mhm.
Elsa, and
Oh.
it was a card that would have been really good at a lot of different points, but since they
Oh yeah.
didn't have it, like you're playing Maui Half Shark. Like there was a time where they were
Hmm.
just sitting with Maui on board, and I just didn't quest, and they weren't playing
Hmm.
Elsa, so they couldn't exert my characters to get in a challenge
Yeah.
with Half Shark, and
So they
that
couldn't.
was the. Go ahead.
I was gonna say so they couldn't get the thing to like be able to challenge you or use a song
Hmm.
or action, whatever, to interact with you.
Yeah,
You
and
brought
so that
Blurple,
was a
I'm
big
assuming,
reason.
yes.
Yes, yeah, and so like they would have been able to like exert. I might have had like an Elsa on board, a genie on board, something like that. I don't remember the exact
Hmm.
specifics, but like they had a shark and they just couldn't exert my characters. And then eventually I was able to just get rid of Maui, and then like they got no value out of it because I think they had to sing some
Oh.
random song.
Hmm.
Um, and so
Boosty boys out there.
yeah.
I know there's lots of variations for sure. This was just like a very fun one. I like this one. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think the Scrooge is obviously amazing. But I think that Elsa, literally saving grace, definitely the card.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What did you think of or rewrite history?
Or rewrite history.
Yeah, oh, that was amazing. Oh, that was good. I like the little riff at the back
because
there.
we'll lose followers if I sing.
Yeah, it's just my job.
I did end up inking it sometimes, but it came in handy twice, I think. 2 or 3 times it came in handy. I was able to pull out something to actually. I didn't use it. I used it to ink. I used it to grab an ink and then I inked it immediately and played. So it definitely helped quite a bit in certain aspects.
In chat, Harlan says last set champs yesterday lost all their matches to Purple Steel. It is
with Purple
Steel.
With Purple Steel.
And then Perry says lost to Sugar Rush in top 8.
Wow.
I mean,
how?
I'm sad that you lost in top 8, but shout out to Sugar Rush.
Right,
That was just coming out of nowhere.
A surprise, like here I am, Sugar Rush.
Like from the top rope coming in. Like,
yeah. They have to get their last minute plays in before rotation. They're like, yes.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
That is nuts.
Oh, and then Cammy lost in top 4. I'm super curious to what Sugar Rush deck was now.
Like, got a deck list.
Yeah, can you send that to me?
Can you link it?
Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
I'm very interested in what that was.
How did they find that? And
like,
what?
That's the kind of shenanigans that I'm a fan of.
Got all those Steam decks.
Yeah, this is super fun. I love this Amber Ruby deck. I think that this color combo has a lot of fun stuff going for it. And then I think you also get to play a lot of the like really fun cards. Like I love Snowboarder Stitch. I think that card is super fun. Like
every time I played him, they got rid of him immediately though. I'm not gonna lie. They would just Infernal Schemer and just like gone. I was like, oh, bye.
Yeah.
Yep. And then going back to Deanna's favorite princess, you got Ariel Ethereal Voice.
He's pretty.
Also as like a super fun card that like didn't see play when Whispers came out, but I'm so excited is getting its time to shine now.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that card is only in there for the boost one because it's a low boost cost to get the draw from levies. It's not for what you think. It's purely just the low boost cost.
Hey, you know what? You do what you got to do.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still pulled cards from it. It's just wasn't the intent. It's bonus.
Hey, I'm just happy that you're there enjoying the vibe. And so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's super. What decks did you play against?
Okay. So I'm gonna speak more to the one I did yesterday because I was actually able to compete versus just getting curb stomped. We could talk about that if you guys want to ask any questions about me getting curb stomped. I'm more than happy to answer those, but I will speak more to yesterday in this capacity. So the first deck I went against was Blue Steel. It was Blue Steel Detectives. It was against my friend, and I've played against her a couple times, so I was familiar with what she was playing, and so to that point, I knew how to counter her deck. She had a big Judy, that gives alert and resist to her teammates during her turn, and so I knew once that happened, I needed to be able to have some kind of interaction there. So I took first game. It was a very drawn out game, I'll say. Round 1 was about 45 minutes. We only had about 10 minutes into round 2 before we went to turns. It was like we were like going back and forth consistently the whole game. We didn't gain lore at all. It's horrible, but it was a lot of fun because it was challenging both of us. But like from like a timer point of view, it was not great. But from a player perspective, very fun. But we kept going back and forth with each other, and then eventually I took game 1, and then went to turns in game 2, and then she won turns, but I guess it counts as a draw in Lorcana, which I didn't know until it happened. So that's the reason why I took game 1 at all, or like the first matchup, and as a win. I wasn't sure. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's because like you like technically y'all could have like chosen to have it be a draw, I guess, but like if there was not a definite winner, it would have been a draw. Because then if you won the first, then they won the second, then it would have been a draw.
So, yeah, that's what it counted as. It was like that.
Yeah. It seems like there has to be something. So like I said, like or one of y'all could have conceded to the other and then given them the win. But it's always the way that draws work is always awkward.
Yeah.
I feel like, and so.
Yeah.
Like they had to explain it to me because I was like, wait, I was like, didn't you win? Because like she had technically more lore than I did, and I was like, and she's like, no. I was like, what? It was what it was, though.
Yeah.
It's a great time. She's a very fun person to play against. And then the next matchup was dogs. I was up against dogs, and she knows her stuff. Yeah. No, the lady I went up against, she knows her stuff. She's very, very good with it. She's been playing it a long time, and she knows all the ins and outs. And she let me play through a lot of it. She took game 1. I actually got 1 game on her through the matchup with that deck, and then she took game 3. So I went 1-2. But it's still really cool to play against dogs. But she got me. She had 3 daisies in game 3. Just daisy. I was like, I can't compete.
Sometimes they just want to show up together, and sometimes they don't want to show up at all, and I don't understand.
A flock of daisies.
It was insane. Yes, and then she got like zombie Lulu after zombie Lulu, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. I was like, I'm toast. I have nothing. Then game 3, hyper aggro deck, I went 0-2. They had Emerald, Amethyst, and he's a very good player, very experienced player.
That's a crazy.
It was. He had the items like those, like
I
don't know.
Inkcaster, whatever that one.
Yeah, those. So he had those and like the Curse Merfolk, and so I was discarding cards left and right. He had the Shush Agent, Scrooge, and again no chance. The aggro decks are really tough for my build here. So aggro, definitely one of my weaknesses. I did make a couple tweaks after Set Champs. I took out one of the Horseman Strikes, and I swapped it for another Liquidator to hopefully get more pressure early on. Because, I mean, I was going up against, I think, another evasive deck, and they just didn't play their evasives when they knew I was playing Amber. So I figured that I don't need 4 copies, so I went and swapped it out so I could be a little bit more versatile.
I think that adaptation is such a huge part of like trying to figure out like not just like the possible cards, but then figuring out like, okay, well, how do we take and tweak the deck to like 2 ofs or 3 ofs rather than like, and what do you want 4 ofs of and stuff like that. Like,
right. Definitely. But the last one was Red Steel, and they also played very well. They had the Light Diffuse, and then they also had like the songs. So it was like early aggro because they had like 2-drop 3/3 Diablo. They also had like those Sisus that go based off of your opponent's hand size, which they could be big at times. But they had those and like the Tinkerbells. So they definitely played like an early aggressive game, but they kind of lost momentum towards the mid to late game. So I was able to take advantage of that. And so they took game 1, then I won the following 2 games. After I saw.
So we're chuckling because shout out to Polar Dog for the follow, Harlan as well. It plays a GIF whenever someone follows, and the GIF was Cotton Candy Kid. I don't know if you've seen this one.
Kid who's like, she's like eating cotton candy, and she's just like,
like.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, I'll post it in the Bibbidi Bobbidi Baddies Discord. And
I'll laugh later on.
Yes, and so and then Polar Dogs welcome in. They say, hi, this is McKenna. So I don't know if you know who McKenna is.
Oh, yes, hello. Hi, McKenna. Yes, I do know.
And then Harlan says, Harlan is Zach. So,
oh, yes. Hi, Zach.
Yes.
Hello.
So,
yes,
I feel like that's
my friend.
my family.
I feel like that's like the challenge of like social media spaces is like there's so many different names for people that it's like keeping track of who's who in what place, and like I have a notepad that's a bunch of people's play hub names, because I can't keep track of what people's play and like.
And you want to like go find and
Yeah.
see how they're doing.
And so
you know?
like, especially because like I went to DLC Milwaukee, but I didn't go to Richmond. But I was following along with all of our friends that were at Richmond, and so like I just like made this list of everyone that I knew was there, so that I could just like copy and paste into the records and see how people were doing as I was following along.
Sometimes the people's like play hub names are their names on Instagram as well, because I know I played against some people in Houston at Charlie's, and I was like, I like you, can we be friends? And I follow on Instagram, and I've like stalked them a little bit. Can we be friends?
That's cute. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, to that same point, you said you followed friends at Richmond. So I didn't realize I was in a competitive area until until I think Cammy said it in the chat, and then I play with Fungus, James. He had come to the previous set champs, the first one ever that I went to. Him and his teammate came to my local game shop, and they played the DLC winner of Richmond. Not the most recent, but prior.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Like we it's
big heavy hitters.
Yeah, like we have a handful of like really good local players, and we have people that have had like deep runs into like day 2 of set champs or not set champs of DLCs.
Or CCQ.
Yeah, or the CCQ stuff and things like that. But I don't think any of like the DFW people have broken into like the tops of a DLC yet. But my goal is for that to be me at Indy. So like,
okay.
But
I just want someone like close to us to end up at World, so we have an excuse to go support them at Disney.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Can we go?
Yeah, some baddie needs to make it so we can all go and support.
Yeah. Team trip.
Team trip, yeah. That's because we have to support people. And
Absolutely.
if our friends go, we have to go to support them.
Oh no.
Of course. Not for any other reason. It's only for the support.
It's only for moral support for them. It's not so that we can get the aforementioned Dole Whip and Mickey Premium bars.
Right.
We are Disney adults.
None of that.
So, yeah, if we just happen to go to the park at the same time, like...
It's a twofer.
Yeah. Everyone wins.
And so, you had mentioned that you played Ruby Steel. Was that your last match of the day?
Yes, there was only 4 because there's 11 of us, and then it went straight to the top 4. Top cut was top 4, and then actually the funny thing that you said is knowing people locally. There is another player, and I think he played at Charlie's, I believe, and then he made it to like a day 2 at the CCQ at Charlie's once. And then I think he said he washed out after that, or I don't exactly remember what he had said. But also, again, very experienced players, and I didn't realize that it was so competitive in my area. I just thought that these people were good, and I was like, they're just good for my area. I didn't realize that they're actually like good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a weird feeling of like, oh wait,
Yeah.
is it like? Because we had talked about
Like
that
that's my
before, like,
baseline.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like this is just what life is like. We
Yeah.
talked about that before going to Charlie's for like, because that was like her first like major tournament.
Yeah.
And like we're talking about that there. It's like, remember, like you're playing at it, like our local shop is very competitive as well. And it's like, remember, you've been playing against players better than some of the people here. Like
I feel like it's one of those. I realized at that tournament that I was like, oh, playing against really, really good people with really difficult decks kind of was like, oh, they kind of set me up for success. Because then I played medium people, and I was like, oh, this is going well.
Yeah.
As long as I stayed out of the top and just floated around the middle, everything was great.
Yeah.
How well did you do? You used dogs,
I ended
right?
up, I ended up top 60. I think I was 57.
Yeah.
Out of 200 something.
Yeah, you went 5 and 3.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
was
That's
your
amazing.
record. And so
Yeah, I got just enough wins. I had a couple of no-shows, but I had enough wins on day 1 that they're like, you need to keep playing day 2. I was like, I was not expecting to be playing day 2.
the way that they did
That's
it
awesome.
was like the first 7 rounds were on day 1, and then round 8 was on day 2, and then like the top cut happened after that.
Yeah.
And so
interesting.
like and we had like done the math, and we were thinking that 153 would cash. And we're like
the top 32.
Yeah, like would make like 32nd, and sure enough that's exactly how it ended up working out. And it ended up not being Deanna, but another friend of ours was like the last one to cash, and he cashed with 5-3.
Yeah.
And so
that's super cool.
Yeah, so I was close, but it all came down to like tiebreakers and stuff. But it was really interesting. But it was also one of those like, I got the bug that weekend just because it's like, oh, I won enough and did well enough that I was like, I can do this, and I'm like, oh no, am I hyperfixated on this now?
That's such a great experience.
It was a fun weekend for sure.
You said that was your first one, right?
That was my first, big one.
You hadn't even done a set champs.
Cool.
I haven't even done a set champs. I was like, we're all going to Houston. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I was so nervous the first round, but thankfully, like, my first competitor was someone we kind of, or you had known, and like I had met, and he was very much like, everything's fine. Like, you got this. Here's what you do. Watch out for some people, because some people aren't very trustworthy. He's like, I was just like, thanks, coach.
That's so sweet.
And I was able to go to game 3. I feel like I'm the same way with like games. It's like, even if I lose, I feel better about the loss if we at least went to game 3, because I feel like I made him work for it a little bit. But like I think most of that weekend I went to game 3 on like all of my rounds. So like that felt even if I lost, I was like, well, I did my best. So
shout out to the Lorcana community for being super wholesome.
Yeah, and like I had somebody in my first round. It was their first tournament as well. They were sitting next to me. They weren't my opponent, but like it was their first like major tournament, and like their opponent like offered them their deck to cut, and they like didn't do it. And I was like, hey, like I'm not in your game, but I'm gonna just give you a heads up. You should cut their deck. Like it's like the reason you should do this is like, hey, just giving you this like friendly advice. This is something that you should do. And they're like, oh, okay. Of just like learning those tips, I think, is so helpful. And again, something that like I feel like the Lorcana community is really good about is it's like, here's what to look like, here's how to make the most out of your opportunity. I think that's such a fun part.
And this is just a side note because I was thinking about this. Like I had a couple of weekends, like the past few weekends that didn't go so well, but I keep thinking about like in the moment I wasn't feeling great because I was like, I'm not winning, I'm doing terrible. But then like looking back on it, I still have like positive memories because it was like meeting new people and hanging out. Like I still look fondly back on those events just because of the community and like the positive vibes of the people there. It's like in the moment I was like, I'm having a hard time and I'm not happy, but then I'm like, oh, but that was actually a fun day. Like I enjoyed meeting all these people. It's so weird that it's like those two things can be true at the same time. It's like, oh, that was a fun weekend, but at the time I didn't feel like it.
Yeah, I completely understand.
Yeah, so
throwback to first set champs. The last player, her and I were in the bottom together, but like we ended up like trading cards at the end of it. Like she needed a card for her master set, and I had it in the deck that I played. So as soon as we were done playing, I pulled it out of my sleeve from my deck and I handed it to her, which was really cool. Yeah. She's like, "Oh, I need this card." I was like,
"I got you."
Yeah. It's like, this deck is horrible. Don't worry about it.
So, kind of building off of this competitive chat, what are your any like specific future plans for Lorcana? Anything you're excited for future endeavors in the world of Lorcana?
I definitely want to go to bigger events now. At the moment, I don't have time off. I just don't really have a ton of it. And then budgeting are definitely the things I'll be looking forward to next go around. And I believe that starts at the end of like Q4 type areas, like when things start heating back up. And since I'm a bit late to, I would say, this year of in the running of things, I'll probably attend more bigger events starting next year, but Q4 is my hope, and more close to where I'm living, because it'd be more cost effective for me, most likely.
Yeah.
So probably maybe Richmond or something, or definitely Charlie's, and I think August is I'll probably do the women's stuff in August. A lot of my local players go, and like they tend to carpool, so I'll probably make myself part of that group.
Nice.
Yeah, they should do a DLC in Atlanta. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
They do mini CCQs at Charlie sometimes. So I'll probably end up participating in maybe one of those if I feel like I have a shot.
Yeah. Deanna played in the ladies tournament at the Charlie's one. Well, she played in the main event as well, but then also played in that one.
Yeah, it was cool playing with like all like other women just because and like I don't know. It was really like a chance to kind of admire like the other players and just like it's like, oh, these are my people and look how good we're all doing. It was like that kind of feeling. Like, yay, go women.
Like wholesome times 10, like Lorcana
Yeah.
community, and then wholesome times 10.
Yeah, I got destroyed by a few of them, but I'm like, I still love you. We're still friends. I still respect you as a person, even though you destroyed me. But it's fine.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, it was cool to have that like recognition of like, because there were 40 of us, I think, and so at a tournament, so that was really cool.
That's awesome. I saw some footage on that. I was like following along. I think it was like the Illumin Tears, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's super fun. I would love to see more, I'll say like specific tournaments. Like when it comes to like we obviously have like Infinity and Core as our two main formats. But like for Worlds last year, they introduced Triple Deck Constructed, where you actually brought 3 different decks. And the way that it worked was that like I would bring 3 decks, Noe, you would bring 3 decks, and then we would pick an opponent's deck and they couldn't play that one. And then you had to get a win with both of your other decks. And so like formats like that I think would be really fun. And then I really love team events. And so this is something that used to be more popular in Magic. I haven't seen them do it in a while. But in Magic, the idea was like there'd be a tournament, and sometimes it was all one format, so all 3 players would play the same format, but you couldn't share cards. And so like if you have a 3-player team, like that works for Lorcana. Basically, you just have to have all 6 ink colors in your decks. That works. But another way that they've done it for Magic was different formats per player. So you had a standard player, a modern player, and a legacy player. And your decks were like the different formats. So that's something I think would also be fun of doing like a core player, an infinity player, and then like something else. I think that would be a really fun way to run a tournament. Because I love the team aspect. And like I'm kind of building off what you were saying about the ladies tournament. I think that like there's this like thrill of being there with your teammates of like, and being there with like specific people. And I think that would be really fun. And that's something I would love for them to bring in. I know, there was a local tournament here in Dallas that did a teams side event. But I would love to see stuff like more stuff like that.
I think they also, Charlie's, like when like the day they had the ladies thing, they also had like I feel like they said it was a scholarship thing, but they had like a kids tournament. So like that was kind of nice that they got to do their own like little. There was like 8 of them or something, but it was neat to see like them kind of play each other in their own little space as well.
The winner was one of our local Dallas players. That's really good. And he's probably, I think it was like under 18 was the thing. And he's a teenager. He's a teenager and is really, really good. And like I saw him in there, I'm like, oh, he's gonna take this whole thing down. And like sure enough, he just like ran through it.
Wrecked these poor children.
Oh, super cool. Aww.
And so
is that Lucas?
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
He did really well at another
at Diet Coke as well. And so
oh wow, okay.
He's making a name for himself already.
That's awesome.
And so I love stuff like that. Like that kitty has returned.
Yeah, she'll be in my lap all night long.
In chat, Harlan also says they're just ready to travel more. Hopefully, depending on their job.
Yeah.
I think that if you can travel, even if it's just weekend travel, I think that's so fun.
Oh, yeah.
Weekend trips are
like get a Airbnb, get a hotel with some friends, and like I think that's such a fun part.
Yeah, because we had like in Houston we had like a room that we could fit 5 or 6 people I think in, and that was a lot of fun. Like all carpooling down and hanging out together.
Yeah, and like you mentioned carpooling to Charlie's of like I just think that like that makes it makes the
like
tournament
singing Disney musicals.
Yeah, it's like it's not just showing up to play. You also get the road trip to have fun with friends,
like
and
eating
hang
out afterwards. Like
and so I think
the memories.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that kind of goes like what you were saying about like looking back on it. You remember those things as well.
Yeah.
It's not just the how did the actual tournament go. And so
the friendships, it's just actual friendship. It's amazing.
Exactly.
The friends we made along
the real Lorcana is the friends that you made along the way.
Yes. It's so true.
Something friends on the other side.
Yeah.
Who knew that cardboard, a shiny cardboard game would allow you to have such a wonderful experience in life.
Yeah. What I would like, Ravensburger, Disney, if you're listening.
Point the mic over to you.
Point you to the camera. Have a DLC on a cruise.
That'd be kind of cool.
I would love it. We're Disney cruise people. We're in the cult. But I think it'd be really fun because then it's like all your friends could be on the ship and they could do a tournament on the ship and then we could all hang out and it'd be really fun. And like, because cruises feel like summer camp to me too. But like that'd be a lot of fun to like have.
I've never been on a cruise.
But like do a thing.
Let us indoctrinate you into this, Noe. Join us.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
Your shirt there. I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going on a cruise next year. We'll get you the info.
This was from our last one.
I gotta get my promo cards.
Yeah.
Right.
I was really sad. On the ship that we were on, they didn't have the promo cards.
Yeah.
And so we did run into some people that had brought a bunch of decks and they were just playing in like one of the lobbies. And so it was really fun to chat with them. Chat Lorcana.
You guys didn't bring your cards?
Yeah, we did bring some. We didn't have them with us then, and we were like on our way to something, and so we couldn't stop and play with them.
We did play at one point, and people did stop and walk by and go, what do y'all play?
Yeah.
Like, Disney.
Yeah. We spread the gospel of Lorcana.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think that'd be
one of us.
Fun. Because then they could do a group rate.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
And the food's included.
And daycare also.
Kids clubs. Yep.
Yeah.
Included. And shows. Anyway, that's our little join the Disney.
Not sponsored, but
Disney
Cruise. Not sponsored, just obsessed.
Yeah, not sponsored, but would like to be. Disney Cruise Line.
I just like
this
lazy
is
vacation.
The link.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love lazy vacation. Just put me on a boat and tell me go have fun.
As we get to the end of our time together, Noe, I do want to just give you another moment. Where can people find you? What's your social media, stuff like that?
I'm primarily on Instagram, and I'm not as awkward as I am when I have to promote myself, I promise. But I am just as cringy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Primarily on Instagram at Noesinkwell.
Yeah, very fun skits, very fun stuff. I loved following your set champ journey there, and watching you get build up your way to that. So
the shiny tink.
Yeah, all the way to that tink.
Yeah, getting the tink.
Yeah,
and then
more coming.
I think we have some set champs.
Yeah, we have the set champs. We'll again shout out Card Haven, who's the Bibbidi Bobbidi Baddie sponsor. They have their set champs coming up
Saturday.
The 25th, and so we're excited to go and play there. And so Saturday is the 25th.
Are they going to stream the event?
Yes,
they will be streaming the event over on their Twitch.
Okay.
And so
then I will watch you guys from afar.
We are sponsored.
Yeah,
is a sponsor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
not of this channel, but of me and
yeah, they did not me, but y'all.
Yeah, not him.
I'm not a part of this.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like is it Spider-Man or Captain America? Oh gosh, I'm blanking. Oh no, not superhero person, but
yeah. They all do it at some point.
They all do it at some point.
Yeah.
So we'll say go follow Noe over at Noesinkwell. Go check all of that out. And then if you're watching this later on YouTube, like I said, we'll have the links to that over in the description over there.
Yeah.
And
then my Instagram is also Deanna0790. It's super fancy. And then also Bibbidi Bobbidi Baddies. You can find us there as well on Instagram.
Yep.
All the places.
All the places.
And so we'll try to get all those over in that description for people so that they can check that out. And so, Noe, thank you so much for hanging out with us on this Sunday night, chatting Lorcana. So happy that we could make this work and that you could come and be here with us.
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you to all my friends who came and joined for support.
Yeah, we'll have to do some playing on stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sometime.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, for sure. That's a ton of fun. We'll definitely need to do that. And so, yeah, we will be back eventually. Because of Set Champ stuff, things for our normal Sunday afternoon streams are kind of weird as we try to make Set Champs work and stuff like that. But we'll be back here doing something soon. And so
follow the socials to find out.
And so come check us out there. And so hope everyone has a great day. We will catch you later. Bye.
Bye.